Well, this is fascinating. But let me start this anyway because you can't sit there forever. Hey there, English speakers. And can you hear me? This is a test. I just want to know if you can hear me. I apologize. Today is, what's today? Thursday, a surprise English class. That's a surprise lesson. So today is Thursday, March 29th, 2018. Welcome. I am your host and teacher, Jesse, and I'm here to kind of make up and kind of continue yesterday's live class and live session. So this is a surprise lesson. You're probably listening after the live lesson, but if you're listening now, welcome. So excuse me for that. I was just trying to share this lesson on my social media, on my Facebook English page, my Facebook teaching page, Sweed Academy Jesse. So if you could help me out, share this on one of your social media accounts, that would be fantastic. And that way I can get started right away. Let's exit that. So, how are you? Yesterday, if you remember, yesterday's class I had was a little bit chaotic. And, well, before the class was chaotic. The class went okay. I rushed through some things. But we were doing body idioms. Remember? So, we're going to take a look today at some of the idioms that we went over. Well, all of the 5. And then I gave you an assignment, and some of you did the assignment. We're going to check some writing. Because at least I learn from watching other people do things too, right? And trying it myself. So we're going to look at some writing. You're going to watch me as I correct the writing. And I'm going to give you feedback as if it were your writing, right? So this one was a student, Tahani. And there was a nut. That was the assignment. I also have some other writings to correct too. So join me as I correct some of these students' writings and their assignments. And I'll teach you on the way, right? Along the way. Ooh. Okay, so let's go. So here's what we're going to be doing today. We did the welcome. Yesterday we did the 5 phrasal verbs. I'm just going to go through those quickly and then I'll show you the assignment. So remember the body idioms. To be in the eye of the storm. To be in the eye of the storm. If you're in the eye of the storm, it's to be in the heaviest stress place, right? Of a chaotic situation, of a difficult situation, the most chaotic place. Next, idle hands are the devil's workshop. Idle hands are the devil's workshop. What does that mean? Do you remember? People who have too much free time on their hands, they get in trouble. You know how that happens, right? Like, when we have too much time on our hands, when we have too much free time, we end up, getting into trouble, right? So the idle hands are the devil's workshop. Next, to have your back against the wall. To have your back against the wall, it's when you have pressure on you, right? You're, like the pressure's on. When your back's against the wall, you're in the most stressful part of it, kind of, right? To have pressure to succeed or to decide something, right? To have pressure. To have first-hand experience doing something. We'll go through these a little quicker. When you do something directly, right? You see firsthand. And when something goes belly up. It's when a business ends or something breaks, right? Normally it's the business ending one. Normally it's when a business closes, it goes belly up, right? It dies. Something dies. You have the idea of a fish. When a fish dies, you see dead fish in the water, their belly is faced up. When insects die, they'll go belly up, right? Belly up. Okay, remember this? Let's see if you can answer them if you didn't join me yesterday. Thomas needs a hobby because he's always getting into trouble. You know. Idle hands are the devil's workshop. Next. I'm a kind of person who needs to learn from my own mistakes. I need to see and do things. This was a little tricky because I just put the adjective. I need to do things firsthand, right? Or I guess this would be an adverb, maybe. I need to do things firsthand because firsthand experience, this is the adjective, yes, describing experience, right? To have firsthand experience. Or to do things firsthand. How about this? Let's take a short break and then get back to work because we're in the eye of the storm now. We've got a long road ahead of us. Joanna wouldn't listen to advice about adjusting her style, so her business, oops, I forgot to push the timer. Went belly up. Did you get that? I bet you did. Good job. This may be tricky to find the right grammar here. But we would use the word have here. Ahmed has his back. Or you could have said Ahmed's with an S here, apostrophe S, like a possessive. But has his back against the wall. Okay, let's check the assignment now. The assignment was, you can't attend class tomorrow. And this is writing a note or an email, right? Which just says that next. You can't attend class tomorrow and you want to write an email to your professor and explain why, meaning explain your reason. You should include an apology for not attending, what days you will be missing, and why you will be missing class. These are your assignment. This is your assignment. And I wanted only a short one between 80 and 100 words. So we're going to be checking that now. Oops. Hey. We're going to go to the assignment now. Live. Okay. So, here, this student, she did this assignment. Thank you. She sent it in to me on Facebook, and we're checking it. Let's see. Tani, are you here right now? This was a surprise class, so... Uh-oh. I think I just did something. Am I still here? Good grief. Yeah, I'm still here. Okay. Good grief. This is what happens live. So this is why this is why it's good that there aren't many of you watching right now. But thank you. I really appreciate you sticking through this because it will be worth it. So anyway, let's check. Oh no. Wrong. Okay. Here's the assignment, and here's her work. Dear sir, let's actually turn the review on, and we're going to turn on track changes. This is how I correct things for people, and this will mark all of the corrections that I make. So, and you see it does it in another color. So, dear sir, really, if you're writing a letter like this, just use a comma. And if you're taking, nowadays we don't really indent. This is really classic form. Nowadays in emails, we normally put a space in between paragraphs. So here we go. Jesse. Dear sir, Jesse, how are you? Good. I mean, I'm doing well, but this is good. You start out with a nice greeting. Good job. I hope you well. Well is an adjective. I hope you, what do you think goes in here? I hope you are well, or I hope you are doing well. Either way, I hope you are well. I hope you are doing well. Okay? I apologize. Now, let's take this. I apologies. And I think you probably meant to say apologize. And this is why English is difficult. Apology is a noun, like an apology. Or, obviously, it's countable. Well, I guess it's not obvious that it's countable, but it's countable. Apology. But when we never write a plural like this, right? So, apologies. But, you wouldn't say I apology, right? So if you were to use this, you would say my apologies. But those are the noun. The verb is to apologize. I-Z-E, right? And that's the verb, right? So I apologize. Is that what you would say? I apologize. And then this is great. This is really good. For not attending. Not attending what? Not attending. I would say what you're attending. Not attending the meeting. Not attending class. Not attending the party. Not attending what? Okay? I apologize for not attending. And then the something. Okay? And if we're just continuing a sentence here, we don't need a comma with because. It's just one sentence. I apologize for not attending class because, how do you spell because? B-E-C-A-U-S-E. I have family conditions. My little brother is... Be careful your spelling. I think that these sorts of mistakes you probably know, right? Maybe you didn't know how to spell because you see here, they were both spelt the same way. So in an exam, most exams, if you make a spelling mistake like this once, that's usually okay because it happens sometimes, right? But if you make it twice, that shows me you don't know. So be careful. Because with A-U-S-E. My family, okay. Let's work with this sentence. Because I have family conditions. Okay, now, I actually didn't know what you meant by family conditions, but then you explain it here. So that's very good, Tahani. That's very good. If you have a word that you're not sure about or something, or, you know, anything specific, then you explain what you mean. And that will really save you, especially in writing exams, because you give more information. It's a little more clear, right? It's less confusing. So, I have family, you could say family issues, but I wouldn't say issues either. I actually wouldn't even say I have family anything, right? I wouldn't even say that because, for one, can't think of a replacement right now. So, and if you can't, because, by the way, when we use the word condition, I have a condition, it's my own personal health. We have family condition. That means like there's something wrong with your family, right? If I have a health condition, it means there's something wrong with my health. Okay? So, I have a family condition because let's just take that out, and I'm going to put an X through it. I'm just going to cross it out. My little brother is sick, and I have to care about this. Okay, I have to care about this. I understand what you're saying, but that's not how we say it. How this? Anybody else have any ideas? I have to, and then we'd use a phrasal verb, take care of him. Okay? I have to take care of him. And let's just make this bold so we know that's the phrasal verb. Now, what about this grammar? Because my family did travel. We have is, which is to be in the present, and this is to do in the past. Okay. My little brother is sick, and I have to take care of him because my family did travel. What if there are a few options here? What could we do? Anyone watching right now that can help me? Oh, but it says my stream health is low. Oh, God. Well, we'll check it anyway. So, where was I? Sorry, I just had to switch to the YouTube list. My family did travel. This is riveting. Okay. Let's try this. We'll do a few different ways. My family is traveling. That's one option. Another option is my family is out of town. That's another expression you could use. So you could actually choose. Because my family is traveling or my family is out of town. So follow either one of those with is. And this is an example of probably something that wouldn't affect your score, I think. Because especially on a keyboard, that's easy to do, right? To reverse the O and the N. Oh, wait. Yeah. Sorry, I wrote it wrong. of town, and no one cares about him. Oh, Tahani, you're the best. No, baby. No one cares about him. If no one cares about him, poor him, then he doesn't have anybody to love him. But that's not what we want to say. No one, and no one is home to care for him. We could say care for. That might be a good idea for a video or a lesson in the future. Care for, care about, care for or care about, right? Is home to care for him. You could say that. And to care for somebody means pretty much the same as to take care of. But care about, no one cares about him, means that like no one loves him. Poor guy. So no one is home to care for him. He always cry. Be careful. I have a sense here that spelling, you need to work on your spelling, Tahani. That might be a weak area for you. I always. He always. Now, we could say he always cries, or he is always crying. He is always crying, and he wants I play with him. He wants, well, I is the subject here. He wants the object. This is the object. Right? Because you have here, he is the subject. He is always crying, and here's another he, that's another subject, right? And then we have the verb, once, and we want the object, me. And then to play with him. And he doesn't make me sleep. He doesn't let. That's a difference. That might be a good lesson to do in the future too. Make and let. Actually, let me write these down. Actually, let me write these down on this document. Care for. Care about. Let and make me do something. Okay, those are good for future lessons. To play with him, he doesn't. I can't attend. Ooh. I can't attend when my brother is in that situation. Again, attend what? Attend class, right? My mind will be busy. We say on here, but well done. Well done. Or busy with him. Maybe might be even better. Or watching him. So I can't focus on the lesson. Tahani, you're doing fantastic. Even though I'm correcting a lot of things on here, you did a very good job. I'm more correcting for other people watching too. So I'm giving you options. I'm giving, because language is flexible, you know. So I'm giving you options that you can choose which one you like, right? And which one you want to do. Okay. I think it's not more than 3 days. Okay. You could say I think it will be no more than 3 days. But well done. Okay. Tahani, this is your correction. So watch this, record it, take a picture of it, and most importantly, correct it on your document. Here, let me turn my cell phone. Okay. most importantly, correct it on your document. And whoever's watching, if you make these same mistakes, and if you have problems with the same grammar, or you're taking anything from this lesson, write that down in your notebook that we all have next to our desk, right next to your computer. So write that down, and let's move on to a different. That was a writing. Thank you to Honey for doing that. By the way, for our next week's assignment, I'm going to do an assignment every week, right? So it's either writing, maybe we'll do some speaking, I'm not sure, but I'm going to do an assignment. If you want to take part in this assignment, then simply go to the Facebook page or follow me on Twitter, and I'll post the assignment on Mondays, either Mondays or Tuesdays or Sundays. Well, I'll post the assignment each week anyway, and then you can just write, send it to me, and so far we have time to get to all of them. So and we'll see where it goes from there. But I want to give you an opportunity to do some writing, right? Okay. Let's take a look at another. We're going to take a look at another type writing, because this was the assignment that Tahani sent in. Now it's another writing that a student actually sent to me and asked me if it was correct, or she told me a situation and she needed to write a letter to her principal because her son was sick or something. You'll see. So she needed to do it in English. She sent it to me. I corrected it and I sent it back. Let's take a look at that one and see if you make these similar mistakes. Excuse me. Okay. Hello. My son Peter Smith, Y10, I guess that's a student number, won't go to school or will arrive late tomorrow. Is that, I mean, who knows? Who knows? I don't know. It seemed like a student number to me, but I don't know. This is, my son Peter Smith won't go to school or will arrive late tomorrow. I guess like he might do both, if he goes he might be late, or he just might not go, right? Okay, my son Peter Smith won't go to school or will arrive late tomorrow. You could say this a little more clearly, actually. Friday the 23rd of March, due to this is a weird place, having a medical test, due to having a medical test. Sorry for the annoying ones that cause. No. I'm sorry for the annoying ones. That I laughed because that kind of sounds like you're saying I'm sorry for the annoying kids, right? But I'm sorry. There's actually a common expression in writing, right? And for more formal situations. And that's, I'm sorry for any inconvenience. I'm sorry for, or you could even have it more formal. I apologize for any inconveniences that this causes or this may cause, or this may be causing. You could choose, right? Language is flexible. I'm giving you all these options so you can choose which one you like. Now, let's go to this one. My son, yeah, this is fine. It's fine, actually. My son won't go to school or will arrive late tomorrow. Okay. So this is a good note. It gets to the point It just is short, says what it needs to say, and there it is. Okay. Now, welcome. Okay. Thank you for joining me on this. Thank you for sticking with me, and thank you for thank you for sticking with me and pushing through all of this craziness. I apologize for the unprofessionality of it, but we're kind of learning this as we go, aren't we? I know I am. So we're learning this. You're kind of learning this live stream thing with me. If anyone has any suggestions, I'm using the OBS software to stream through. That seems like it's a good way to stream, at least for beginning. And that's all I'm doing. If you have any suggestions, please let me know how I can improve this. And if you want to be a participating member, go to sweedacademy.com and you'll find out how to become a participating member. Participating members will help me be able to do these more and more of these like live lessons and these sorts of things. That seems like it. There we go. And it'll just support the page, help me just produce more content, and I also want to hear from you of what you want to learn, how you want to conduct these classes, what is good and what is not good, because we're in this together, right? We are doing this together, and I want to help you as best as I can to improve your English, improve your confidence, improve your pronunciation, whatever you need to work on. That's what I want you to tell me about, right? So you contact me on facebook.com/Sweed Academy English or Sweed Academy Jesse, or write it in the description box, in the comments. What kinds of classes, online classes, do you like? What would you like me to show you? Like, I had some ideas even today of future classes, right? I really like this idea of giving you an assignment and then correcting it. Let's do that for a while. And always send me anything that you need to get corrected. Again, to become a participating member, then sweedacademy.com, and you will see that. And I guess that's all. There was one other thing that I wanted to say, but I kind of forgot. Anyway, thank you. I'm going to try to do these I'm going to be here, not even try. I'm going to be here every Wednesday and Friday, and then maybe an extra lesson like today, except for this week because it's Semana Santa here in Sevilla, so in Seville, Spain. So it's a different schedule than normal. It's the biggest holiday week here. So we're doing extra things like family things. People are not, working, and it's a big holiday. So, but starting next week, we're going to be here twice a week and learning together, right? So make sure you're here. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't done that yet, and the bell, because that way you can participate and take part in these lessons. And that is all for me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Remember, be good to somebody before they do something good for somebody before they can do it for you. Pay it forward. Be good or be good at it. Thanks for listening and watching. I'll see you next time.